Ready.
Yeah, so the reason we can see these arrows going down the hard way and down the easy way is this was our decision point. When we were going to start this trail, we had to decide, are we going to go the hard way or the easy way? Yeah, so I think since we took Route A, it's time to start looking at what's along the hard way. All three of us have different suspension types.
Yeah. Trying to come up now. But it looks like easy right now.
You're good. Stay driver. A little bit driver.
Oh my god.
Hey, listen to him, man. He knows what he's doing. Yeehaw!
My air compressor overheated and I'm at access height, so I'll take it through here in access height, I guess.
I think we might have to wait for it to try to raise.
Yeah, something's not looking good. It seems to be low on that right hand side.
Slice your tire. I'll just get by and then we'll fix it down here. One of the ways we can differentiate between the hard and easy route is the steepness of the terrain. And that's why I put these in here. Come on down to my level. So we've got the hard route on this side. And one of the determining factors is the grade.
You can see the angle is almost twice what the green gets.
Green is kind of easy. That's why it's called the easy route. And a lot of switchbacks. But the yellow one, the hard route, is much more steep.
We all started here off the FSR.
Yeah.
What FSR was it, Andy?
Well, this is the Chehalis Forest Service Road. But you can see the name of this is written on the side of this chunk of terrain.
So coming down, we started coming down the hard route.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it felt a little hard. It didn't feel too bad. It felt like you gotta mind your P's and Q's, nothing too crazy.
I would say some of the obstacles were a little bit bigger than we were expecting.
Already stuff was getting bigger than expected. But there was space to maneuver.
The boys are exaggerating.
As we came down, this was the turning point right here. This is where everyone stopped. We got a couple photos. in this location.
Okay, right.
Coming across the burnt forest.
Oh, I like these burnt trees. I mean, I don't like them.
I kind of like them. They look cool.
Yeah, they look cool. I just wish it hadn't happened, of course. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now stop there because he's going to say something.
Right, we're starting our journey down the hard way. We've got 4 vehicles in tow. The mighty Lady Reginald III is leading.
That's right.
But this is really the first time I've been out wheeling with these guys. And
Well, that's
so
not true.
we're taking it an easy kind of journey, but it's also a bit of a test. And so
For
the first
people
obstacle...
with 37-inch tires, an easy test. For
But there is a few
33s,
off-camber
a very
parts
different
and a
experience.
few little bit of rocks. And so this is really the first time we get to engage that rock crawl and we get to see what these vehicles can do.
Let's watch. I don't know if I just was going. So this is kind of the overview. There's all kinds of stuff on this map, and it indicates the things we're going to talk about in this video. Things like problems with our four-wheel drive systems. Every red hook here represents a place we needed to use a winch.
4 winches, looks like.
Yep, 4 winch spots. Also, this is where we made our hamburgers.
Hamburger Point.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that.
So, at this point, I'd like to go in a step-by-step section and talk about each event.
Hey, Andy, can you tell me what the waterfall means? Is that
Yeah.
is that a wet road? What does that mean?
Yeah, every time there's one of these arrows with a few water drops above it, it means it was a water crossing.
Water crossing.
Driver, hard driver. Hard driver.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we got a lot of water crossings.
On the easy
four winch pulls. 1 engine or something, it looks like, and Hamburger Point.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited to see this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, mine are already a little bit bent and stuff. But, I mean, we'll drive up on them. I use them more for leveling the truck at my camping spot than I do for actually getting unstuck. Yeah, no, I don't have the fucking 4-corner adjustable air suspension.
Change places.
Everybody?
Like the Mad Hat.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because even though we started up here, we end up
Yeah,
going
you can
all
see
the
the
way
bridge.
down.
From this angle.
You can see it pretty good from over there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, right?
That's so cool.
Seeing all that terrain.
That's so cool.
Okay, nice. Do you see that? You know, I like to acknowledge that we're on these lands, the Chehalis First Nations tribe.
Can you pronounce that?
Yeah, Chehalis.
Chehalis. Okay, that way. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, good.
Yeah, me too. And today we're going to talk about the route we took across this whole thing. You know, we started up here. We're going to show a few routes. The next thing we're going to look at is some of the options we had, because there's a lot of trails in this area. And we ended up going down the hard way. Let me show you about that.
Let's see the hard way.
You ready?
Yeah, man.
Good. You ready? Good. You ready? Good. You ready?
Definitely ready.
Good. You got the A and the B here?
Getting backup footage.
Okay, good. Here's our two routes, starting off the Forest Service Road. All right, so on this trail, you can see there's these two routes, the A route and the B route. And A kind of descends in a linear fashion all the way to the water. That's a constant steep route. And B, it does a bunch of switchbacks, which means it's not as steep. So that's why B is the easy way. We could have gone the easy way following this path. But that was less interesting. We head down the hard way.
We did the hard way down because gravity's gonna just pull the sucker down.
That's right.
That's why we did that.
That is true, and we wanted to do a loop.
Yeah, you gotta do a loop.
You got to do a loop.
Red light comes on, counter starts going. Hello, future us. Hello, future us. Oh shit, we forgot to press start on the GoPro. Shane, don't forget to tell us when we're gonna put the run over cam down. Yeah, Rocio.
Nice. So here I've put these angle finders in, and we can see that with Route B, it's not as steep. I see one small green line here. And on Route A, you don't see all of those small lines. It's much steeper.
Andy, I think one thing in the future videos we should do
Yeah?
is the angle you're giving, it says 45 here.
Yeah.
We should give an angle of what the actual degree of that slope compared to that slope
Oh,
was.
as numbers.
Yeah, we should get some info there.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
so
that is where we right here.
If you start at Beer Lake, it's a very uphill climb on A, but on B, it's not.
Do that again. Give me that whole thing.
When you start at Beer Lake, Hamburger Point.
No, keep that out of there.
When we start at Beer Lake or Hamburger Point,
Down here.
A route is, you can see the slope is very, very steep, and then it tapers off, whereas Route B, if you come down here, there, look at that, it skirts around the high points and follows the low all the way up into a nice winding, easy route.
Nothing to it.
That's what we like.
I definitely got a hard hit on that skid, and I'm glad you gave it to me.
Okay.
I really want to get this transfer case visualized.
Yeah.
Because it's so cool. Look at that.
Well-
drivetrain. The only problem is you have the drivetrain with the red to the back axle. It's actually the front axle that's having
Well,
problems.
both axles are red. The thing that went wrong is yellow.
Oh, but you don't have a front drive shaft though.
Yeah, I do. It's on this other side. It's three-dimensional.
Oh!
Yeah.
Put the-
So
Holy
you can see there's
shit.
a whole holographic overlay of the vehicle
Hey,
itself.
hey! If anyone's still watching this video, this is a really fucking cool concept. Like, imagine you actually had something you had to do and you could do this. Like, oh my god, look at this.
Oh yeah. Red here, red there.
But Sam, go to the other side. Go to the other side and try and see where the front drive shaft is.
You could bend down and see it underneath the
But that's crazy. This is amazing technology.
Got the engine.
We need to get people involved in this kind of technology.
Well,
Stem. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
yeah, let me tell you. So we were coming down and we heard on the common 4x4 channel that
Delicious
there was
bit, by
another
the way.
group coming. I don't ever want you to do that again. I'm serious. No more beer in the no more beer in the fucking scene, okay? So we were coming down the trail and we heard on the common radio, hey, there's another group coming up the hard way. And that meant we needed to make room for these guys, right? And so I pulled off, you pulled off behind me, then what?
Was that message for the 4-pack?
Donnie's just trying to climb something here. Oh, okay.
So we heard on the radio, me and you, who was lead truck? It must have been Shane was lead truck.
Yeah.
Lady Reg was leading. So
And you can see
she got into a good position. I actually backed up to where Andy was because I was in ahead of you.
Yeah, that's right.
And you had pulled off to the side. I backed up behind you and pulled in behind you. And
I pulled off too far.
You pulled off just a little too far. just a little around the corner too much. Oh, it might be a minute. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like we were on the same channel, maybe. Yeah. So, should we? Fortunately for me, my transfer case was not working.
Well, yeah, we'll show some
So
footage of
my
that.
front axle was not low torque bearing.
Sam, don't film
we
it
had-
through his head.
And we
It
had,
kinda
we,
does
had
look
a,
cool.
we had a good pull out. 2 people pulled out and 1 little obstacle, just because we were trying to make room for the homies.
Yeah, we're gonna look at that winching scenario in a moment, but I want to tell you about this transfer case because this isn't the first time that you had that trouble, right?
No, I've been dealing with this issue for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. So you know, we've got a whole video about your transfer
The
case.
transfer case. Oh, I remember the overland and trying to come up this hill.
Yeah.
Andy, I was lucky that you were there for that video because the first time I did that hill, I was solo.
Hey,
And reversing down a sandy slope
sketchy.
at about 45 degrees. It was pretty tough at the top.
Yeah, and this
But
happens.
it was not fun. So I was glad you pulled me out in that video.
Hey, man, that's
But
what it's
that
all
was
about.
where you at least first found out about the transfer case. I've known that there's been an issue. And
so what's this
unfortunately-
issue that you hear? Like what? How do you know there's a problem?
What happens
Is under high torque load, typically the easiest way to figure that out is to put yourself into rock crawl mode and go up a steep slope.
Yeah.
I was hearing clunking and grinding and glug 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 glug. That's probably the best I could do on that. Like glug 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 glug. Okay.
We got footage of that. Let's show
And there's footage here, so we'll see that right now.
All right, do it once more there. No, slowly. Like keep doing it slowly. How you went before. All right. It was just slipping all the time, so I only had a rear axle. Sorry, I only had my rear axle going. I had to get winched out.
Oh, actually, maybe from the side door.
Yep. Yep.
Yellow straps right there. Dang.
It's a transfer case, man.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Dude, we're gonna run the winch
Hang on.
cable.
Let me just
Nice
see
and
where this
controlled.
Okay, yeah, do it now. Oh, yeah.
We got a
Okay.
slipping transfer case
I
change here.
can see the front. Your story's changing. That ain't gonna make Jimmy Ray happy. Well, and this is what I was gonna do anyway. Was I know.
Eric, and that was his decision.
And I respect it.
I laid down the lawnmower.
You don't need to use too much.
You don't just leave it in reverse. You'll be fine. Let him pull it.
Nice work. That's good. Now you got two wheels and some really.
And then Andy did his darndest.
Yeah, I was gunning
He
it.
tried more. I'm.
Let's just say I think there's a reason you had to get your transmission or your TK serviced.
Yeah, I think that's
He was
probably fair.
he was pushing that thing to try and get out of there, but it was not happening.
Hey Andy, let me get out of the way, and then you're gonna get winched out too, I'm expecting.
Okay, thank you.
Log. You keep slipping right. Alright, winch time. Yeah, you seem to be sliding right no matter what. Yeah? Okay, go slow. What mode are you in? No, you don't want me to run. Go to either rock crawl. No. Straighten the wheel. Other way. Yeah. You're almost there. No. Straighten the wheel.
Let me just try.
Yeah, give it a shot.
What is...
We gave it a good one.
Yeah. It's really soft on your right. Yeah, so look, this was our first of what, 1, 2, 3 times we had to get the winch out.
Major winches.
You're starting with the double winch.
Yeah, because 2 vehicles needed winched here. You know, I pulled too far off the road, and your transfer case wasn't allowing your front axle,
Front axle was not doing anything, so I had to get a winch out just because I was basically a rear-wheel drive truck at that point, and that wasn't going nowhere.
No, that wasn't going to work. So, yeah, here we are. Let's watch the winch.
Ready there, Andy? Ready, Eric. Just pause 1 sec. I got my rearview mirror.
Yeah, so look, after we made it around that first corner, there's a bunch of rocky kind of terrain here.
Right next to the riverbed, you can see how there's going to be rocky terrain just by coming down there.
Yeah, good point. We really do follow this creek, and that's called Hale Creek.
Hale Creek. So we weren't in the riverbed necessarily, but
California, here we come, right back where.
I think you can just come this way anyway. Yeah, come towards me.
I wonder what I'm going to do about that big tumbled rock.
Are you having fun there, mate? Nice little bumperoo.
Bumpy, bumpy.
I'll let you hear the hill descent control. So I'm not using any, my gears are doing all the work now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess my gears are just doing work right now.
Yeah. Mostly engine braking in a way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Trundled something. I think I got a skid down there.
Yeah. Yeah, ride that rock.
I'm sure at one time that was
Come
the
here.
reverse.
Come here.
reverse
You guys come up here close. I want you to look at this from this angle. Do you see this photo here?
Oh yeah, we got a little shot.
Yeah, and
happy man coming
that
out the window.
that photo is from a different trip, but it's like a serious situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when you went through that V-notch, it was a serious situation.
I was very concerned. So Andy, I think that's a photo of your truck actually almost
Yeah.
flipped over.
Yeah, it is.
But I was very concerned that was gonna be. I don't know if you can see this here on the goggles, but I thought that was gonna be me fucking two wheels over and bouncing off the doors.
It's 50-50. I would say climb up the bank a little bit. Yep. Nice job. Successful mission, I would say.
Jesus Christ.
Top of this wall, because this was here, but obviously it just slipped. I wasn't.
Right here.
I decided to put my line.
Yeah.
We'll probably just stay here.
Yeah. The chain dropping off at that point.
Yeah, if that becomes too high, you like the whole side of the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Bad, nasty little section, eh?
Yeah. I got a little door dent already.
Oh no!
Yeah, oh well. Looks like Andy's about. It's just a little tight for big trucks.
Tired.
Sliced your tire. I'll just get by and then we'll fix it down here.
It hasn't popped off.
Okay.
How many of you guys got pipes? Oh, just you, okay. Woo!
Big thing down there.
Yeah, someone, I don't know.
All right, Andy, give it a poke. Show us.
So is this one of the more hardest things that you've done then,
but luckily-
Jimbo?
This right here.
Not the hardest, but I was not expecting this to be a hard trip. I thought this would be a pretty casual trip out with the boys, and this was
But
on par with some of the more blue to red trails in Moab.
even though our leader said we were taking
Realistically, it was.
Hey, but James, our leader said we were taking the hard way.
Well, that's the
I
hard way
gave a
down.
little bit of a heads up.
I can't even imagine
But-
coming the hard way up. But if I had a transfer case, it would
Yeah,
have been
that's
possible
fair.
with the
Okay.
appropriate direction as well.
Yeah.
I think this
Okay,
trip
some good
down,
spotting.
we were a little bit Shane is lucky enough to have about a 2-inch or more clearance compared to me.
Yeah,
and
all of
Andy.
our vehicles have got different capabilities.
Yeah, and I'm going to
and
analyze that on some of these
So
obstacles.
Shane
Nice.
doesn't worry about these things, but unfortunately for us lower body types, some of these obstacles became true tests of our abilities in the vehicle.
Let's check it out.
Let's have a look.
Good question. Do you think you'll clear that rock in front? Okay, so then go to the left. Right hand down, yeah. Yep. Come from there, perfect. Yep. You're on that rock, that's perfect line. You might need a little bit of momentum just because of that transfer case. Can you reverse it all or not? All right, let's come over there. We'll pull.
Yeah, all right. You got it.
How far back are you going? Why is he really climbing rocks?
Hard left. Oh yeah, there we go.
Perfect. Nicely done. Nicely done. Have you got a fault up on the dash, Andy, or?
So now we get to my special time where I had an air suspension fault. You can see we progressed quite a bit down this track, but I'm not sure if
We were getting close to the water. Look at that. We were
yeah
more than halfway down vertically.
yeah. And this is a little teaser. There's about to be a winch, but before the winch, we had to get through this really rocky patch. I mean, your truck was bouncing all around on your coil springs.
I did a couple axle stalls. I did a little shifty, a little bounce,
Woo!
a little dent the door. I did all sorts of stuff.
So it was getting a little hairy. I had to do it at the lowest suspension. It was getting a little bit
Your front left wheel was not. Again, we'll get into that maybe later. But
That's
I
not-
call it your front left shock had a burp.
My air compressor overheated and I'm at access height, so I'll take it through here in access height, I guess.
Whatever. It would have failed the startup sequence.
I'm actually not at off-road height. I got a warning that said the system will raise when the system is cool. So that means I'm going at my lowest thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah, talk to me. I don't really understand what you're doing.
Well, we're waiting for the air suspension to raise, but we might have lost an airline or two. So we're gonna run the test valves routine to try to automatically choose where we send air instead of relying on the system to do that. Because if you look outside, we're basically riding in access height on this rocky trail.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but there's a few rocks coming up, that's for sure.
You're not gonna make it over that in access height.
I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna go into my test routines here. Suspension, test valves. Go for the rear left. Compressor's running. I'm not sure if the vehicle's raising.
Should be able to tell by your numbers on the screen. That's going to be the best indication.
Yeah, that's raising.
Yeah, because that's in millimeters, so...
1 millimeter at a time. 27, 28, 29, 3 centimeters. 31, 32 millimeters.
Slow grower, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a break. She's hot.
She's hotter than my wife.
So you're trying to cool the compressor by keeping the car running?
I was just playing with the stepped valves routine.
See, that sounds like some Shane advice to me.
You want me to turn it off?
I mean, personally I would, but...
We can turn it off, have a little lunch. It just, I might not be able to do the rest in access, right?
Honestly, this is the last technical I've
what about
from what I've seen, but yeah, I don't know how we're going to go in access height. Well, let's go really slow and we'll see what happens. Yeah.
We can also build rocks up so
Yeah,
that
we can make a
bridges
path.
instead
Yeah.
of just smashing everything in full
Absolutely.
Come on, Shane. Someone's got to give the fucking poor guy directions.
There's no, I think we just stopped. There is no directions from that.
Well, he was driving straight at the tree, for example.
No, well, that was fine. I want to clear the rocks in the middle. I would rather go up on the left. No, like, okay. Oh my god, Andy.
Stay up here.
I think we might have to wait for it to try to raise.
Yeah, yeah. Just let's leave the car.
You can recover the SD from the remains. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, exactly.
If you want to, you can come as far as here, but...
Just struggling. It is a big rock, but you're almost over it.
Shall we say this is where the Land Rover little gremlins came out, and we started to have some electronic air suspension issues, which
Air
caused some
suspension
fun
is not your friend
on this
in
trail.
high-risk scenarios.
That's why I put-
Andy found that out the hard way, unfortunately.
That's why I put this cloud here, because it's like riding on air, but see the down arrow? Because I came off of the air and onto the bump stops.
Yeah, no, there was no movement on that front left axle.
Right. So let's go to the next step and check out what happened next.
Stop recording.
You're good. Yeah. You're good.
To help the air go in easier?
Yeah, probably.
For now, that's all we're looking for.
Maybe I'm there. Well, what's my goal? To get somewhere where I can jack up? Help the air go in easier?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe I'm there.
One of the still compressed kit compared to the others.
Yeah.
So you were saying he has to find a good spot to jack it. Okay? Just making sure.
Come on for the team.
Yeah, stay left just a bit. Oh, yeah.
Thing is that orange rock there.
Orange rock?
Well, it's the only one that's in.
Got it. Yeah,
I don't want it
yeah.
to roll forward.
Got it. You want us to... Yep.
This is going to be a...
You're going to park it on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
If I hit your camera, I've gone too far.
Just far enough. Yeah.
I know when we went to the mine one time, and I was trying to build rock bridges, and hit this rock right here.
Okay, maybe we get your car. Okay, stop there. We're going to get the Sequoia. Stop.
I got a great kid. Got a great with this tire.
You did?
We'd already been winched out twice at the beginning. We're now another third of the way down the trail, and I'm needing to get winched. And why is that?
Andy's front left shock was not doing well, and we were trying to direct him through a very, very tight spot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, due to the angle of the rock drop compared to where he had to turn his wheels, with a lack of suspension, he ended up just crashing into what was essentially a mud wall.
Yeah.
And so we had to pull him out.
We
there was
winched
no
back.
other way.
We winched back again, right?
There was no way. We got to pull him back.
And it was, I will say this, we did make a mistake here because our winching angle was a little bit off
Center, and we pulled my tire right off the bead.
He is now, yeah. We just started, yeah.
Keep winching.
What, you guys are thinking trying to air it back up?
Yeah, that's what we're
With
gonna
your
do.
compressor?
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, with Eric's or with mine. If we grab...
So
Well,
they
is it
what
fair to
happened
say
was-
that we had a one-way trail, and we got a lot of people coming from both directions, so we got this little bit of a time constraint,
That's true.
and so we're trying to push it a bit more, you know, the vehicles on the
Definitely
bump stops.
We had one group of Jeeps already try and pass us during the first winch out.
And now what, Shane?
and-
Let Shane finish.
Well, just, yeah, we're trying to get off the track so that we can open it up to let the other people come, so we're not blocking both directions.
That's right.
And so we made some maybe reckless calls
think
around, you know, this tire being in a compromised position with being ripped off the rim. and we decided to keep winching anyway, even though this guy over here, Jimbo, was yelling at us saying, look, the tire's going to come off the rim for sure if you keep doing it.
Camera?
Yeah, sure.
Look, in hindsight, we made the incorrect choice, but
Because who
we
said
loved
the tire was coming off the
You
rim?
did, buddy.
mate, it was
These
you
two
called
guys
it.
right here were
You
saying,
two called it, but
No, keep winching. It's all good.
Well,
and there was me.
we wanted
There was
some-
me
we wanted some
saying,
drama.
no,
We
we're
wanted some
gonna
drama.
pull the tire off the rim.
I said, don't worry.
And you know what
Andy's got
happened?
more
Guess what
tires.
happened? Guess what happened?
Andy's got more
So
tires.
here's the cool thing. We had plenty of air compressors. We got that tire back up on the bead and winched it out. That was our second winching event for the day. Let's see what happened next.
That was a very big event because we had to rebeat a tire while you were straddled on a massive boulder.
Yeah.
We had 2 bottle jacks going. We had another guy ended up stopping to help us because, as Shane said, we were trying to get out of the way for these guys. But it was cool to do that in mid-trail instead of stopping somewhere.
You're right.
It was very cool. I've never myself had to deal with that situation mid-trail.
Let's watch it.
Let's have a look what it looks like.
Yeah, let's take a review.
He is now, yeah. We just started, yeah.
Keep winching.
What, you guys are thinking trying to air it back up?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Compressor?
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, with Eric's or with mine.
If you grab
Nice, there you go.
no problem, buddy.
Nice.
Now I gotta look at my body damage
There's none. What are you talking about?
on this fender.
Popped out. Gentle nothing. Little bump. Pop it out.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a bent
flare's
Christmas
broken.
tree.
Well, it's broke a few tabs.
Cosmetic plastic, right?
I gotta buy a new flare, but
Yeah, it's all the connectors.
because it'll come off.
Do you think it'll just snag something and pull?
It'll fly off on the highway if you do
Well,
it on the highway.
I'll make sure to take it off when we get to the highway. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
we
get
can
off
maybe
the-
cable tie it to.
I told you, right? The reason I didn't buy one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So you were on the wrong one the whole other time.
You didn't?
All right,
Now I'm on 11.
start recording.
You got the hamburger?
Seeing a hamburger.
Okay.
So we finally made it down to the wreck site.
Yeah, look at our whole track from the top, and you can see the hard way is one long, consistent grade all the way
You can
down.
imagine what 3 winches and a broken suspension system will do to coming down a rough track.
Makes you hungry.
It makes you hungry.
We're behind schedule. Is that what I'm hearing?
Way
We
behind
were
schedule.
meant to be lunchtime,
Shane
and
had a
instead it's
beautiful
2
schedule
o'clock.
lined up.
It's time for a hamburger!
That's what it was, my friend.
But what else? There's also some absolutely awesome scenic shots
Oh
here
my
from this
goodness.
point. We're starting to see the lake, and we're seeing some of those hills in the background.
Finally got down to
Hale
where the river
Beach.
meets the water.
This guy is like, I always think you're up doing cool stuff. I'm like, no, dude, at the tiny doing.
Yeah.
Blue lights.
Haven't done it in a long time. I've still got like some of my. Yeah. Yeah, I used to get pretty creative with
We had some sausages, hamburgers.
Got
Everyone
the
had
stove
a
out.
everyone had a good little snack.
It was only in 3rd or 4th edition. Now they're on 10th edition for rules, for like the actual tabletop game.
Yeah.
And so the rules have changed a lot, and people have adapted by doing, there's a lot more of doing the magnetized arms and heads and different things.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would.
Back then, I don't remember that as much. And I remember like I had the green stuff, and I was making like, I have like little space marines that instead of just like shooting or whatever, they're like reloading their gun.
Right.
And like they have like, you know, like the little ammo, whatever you call it, the clip.
Yeah.
There's like, I did a little green stuff bullet on top of it. Whatever, you know, it's like, it's funny looking at some of the last stuff I was building. Some of it was actually like pretty good for like a 14 right? Like, and yeah, I come back to it now and like, a lot of it is left
And you know, because I had played with the air suspension up there earlier on, I kind of walked around the truck a little bit. I was curious, like, is it going to stay like this? Do I have a hole in my air strut? What's going on? I don't know. But as you'll see, the vehicle was really sitting in a funny way.
Something's not looking good. Seems to be lower on that right hand side. Not sure what Andy's done. But Mega's looking a little bit sad.
You really got to see it from the other side to see where the sadness truly lies. I'm just happy that that bead, remember I was telling you I had all that debris in there? Certainly
Cleared it right out.
Yeah.
That pop was awesome.
Let's take a look at this corner. Now I want you to notice I've got plenty of clearance here, but we're close to the bump stops here, my friends. So we're three-wheeling.
And cut. And you made some conscious decisions to not modify anything in case we made it worse, right?
That's right. I decided I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to take it out of my test mode because I need to get back up the easy way, and I felt like I could do it in the current condition the vehicle was in.
Still some ropey conditions though, I bet.
You know, was it the right decision? I'm not sure, but let's see if it worked out. However, we wanted to go play on the beach a little bit, right?
Yeah, this is one of the nice spots. Really
Stop. Beauty spot. Sam, tone it down just a little.
No, he's doing great. I love it.
Just like leave it till we're definitely done.
Right.
I like it, but like you know.
Well, and that'll be
That was a pretty good little drop there, bud. I don't know if the other boys are gonna fucking walk it quite like you.
With the Sequoia. Should I help back?
Okay, so Shane, tell us about what you led us on here to play at the beach.
Yeah, well, there's two kind of camping spots that come from the shelter where we had lunch, and they both involve a little bit of a river crossing.
Yeah.
It'd been a few months since I'd last been down there.
You can see both of them. If you really look up on the scale here, you can see both river crossings. That's really cool.
And they certainly were a bit of fun.
Am I too angled? Do you want me to come more straight? You might want to back up and walk it.
Just to look at it and learn it.
I was trying to avoid this big black rock that looks dangerous.
Tell him. Hold on a second. Tell him, yeah, take it more straight on.
I would probably take it more straight on, yeah. You should just walk it because it's kind of...
Pretty steep drop, bud. Oh, dude, I think you need to back up, man.
Or he needs to go left hand down more as he comes down.
Left hand down and come forward.
Looks like it's too late for that.
All right, well, definitely square up by going driver. Yep. And more, driver, stop.
It's got a really nice kind of steep off-camber entry.
Yeah.
And went through no problems with Lady Reg, but it was awesome to kind of watch James come down.
Oh man, look, what was really fun, we decided to leave my vehicle up at the lunch site.
With the suspension the way it was going, we had to leave your guy to relax.
That's right. So I hopped in with you. We led the way on 37s, and I mean that was just an easy crossing. But I had a lot of fun. I got on the two-way radio and was talking back and forth to you.
Yep, that just nice and easy. You're good. Stay driver. A little bit driver.
Driver, stay driver. Driver, man. Good. You're good. Stay driver.
Straight ahead.
Oh my god.
Hey, listen to him, man. He knows what he's doing. Yeehaw! Help!
Yeah, we had some good, because I was more concerned about what was in the river than coming down into the bank.
Right.
And I got a little what do you call that? Sighted. Like I was focused on the wrong problem at that point.
Oh, you were looking at that rock
I was
in the
looking
middle and trying to position yourself when you were still kind of a bit off camber,
exactly.
maybe.
I was still off camber, but looking at a rock that was down in the river, and so I wasn't lined up in the best way. But we made it work.
Let's see how we made it work.
Let's have a look at it.
Run the clip.
Driver.
That was awesome.
Driver, hard driver. Hard driver. Well done, mate. Yeehaw! Well done.
So we made it across the river there, and you can see our path. We just looped around all the way to the edge of the map, man. And right here at the
Coming off the edge.
That is where we turned around. And did you say that's a cool spot to camp?
Yeah, there's definitely really two nice sections on the beach there where you can camp right by the lake.
So awesome. But when we got to the end point, we heard a call on the radio, and our buddy in his Toyota, which I will say, he rescued both of our Land Rovers earlier.
He pulled us out earlier. Those first two winches were all him, and even pulling you out, I think, was him as well.
Yeah, he's really...
as much as we hate to say it, the Toyota was being reliable.
Three pulls for the Toyota.
But now he got in a little bit of a pickle.
He got stuck. Toyotas ain't perfect either, right? You can't say Toyota's better than anything else because they get stuck too.
Trying to come up now. But it looks like the easy way now. Nicely done.
hear you, Eric. We're heading your way.
You okay? Yeah, we're okay. We're high centered on some log.
All right, Eric. We'll see you next time. We're out of here. Oh, he's out of his truck, so he didn't hear. Yeah, we gotta give him a little tug. Well, we'll see you next time. I mean, it's not forever. Stop here.
All right, so like we said, the Toyota was stuck. So here's our, we had winching earlier. Second scenario with winching. This was our third and final winching for the day. We had to
God.
It's been quite a day, honestly.
It's been
It
fun,
was a rough
boys.
descent.
Yeah. But, the Toyota just needed a little tug over a log. He was playing around in that soft pea gravel on the beach and just got high-centered. But that was easy. You know what I liked about this is...
That Lady Reginald III came to the rescue.
Oh, yeah, I love that you came to the rescue.
Okay, glad.
And it was cool because we're at the mouth of Hale Creek. So anyways, what I want to say is this was so beautiful. We're at the mouth of Hale Creek where it enters the lake. And what a cool spot to watch that recovery.
It's very picturesque.
It was nice. It was nice. I had a good view of it from where I was about to do a reverse of the river crossing.
Oh yeah, you played around a little bit here.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun. The beach was fun. For me, I love a good sandstone or gravel or sand.
Yeah, well that's
Some of the bigger boulders you get here, they I don't know, they're hard to deal with. They're hard to deal with. So
all right,
let's see what we're talking about.
Okay, so look, here's the easy way up. I've got it completely annotated here, all the way to the top.
Nice and smooth.
Yeah, and we can see that there are about to be 4 river crossings. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we went over that switchback, it's the same little stream that you cross.
Probably the same creek. Yeah, you can almost see it on the map here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Comes
Want me to wait for you?
Sure.
You know what? Gather around here. Gather around here. I just want you to look from top down. Like, we can see the primary Forest Service road is a bit more bold here.
Yep.
And this easy way, it really switches back.
Lots of good switchbacks, lots of good curves. Following the topography, cutting across the creek there, and then coming across the creek again.
Yeah.
Just winding across that creek, basically.
Really, this is a stock-friendly route, but we've got a couple of vehicles that are now limping a bit now.
Yeah, my vehicle was limping, and so I put this little stone here because right out of the campsite, there is a kind of a steppy, ledgy section. It's not that hard, but if you're riding like one corner of your suspension on the bump stop...
If you don't have a front suspension, how are you going uphill? It's crazy,
you've
right?
Got your own problems there, don't you?
Well, he had a little transfer case slipping, but I would say just to focus on this stone ledge, you know, I had some great spotters, and we were able to find a pretty easy line up those steps.
I think after the come down debacle, we decided to go a bit more cautionary and do some navigating instead of just sending it.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was good.
Yeah, so
but I would agree. Coming up, there was definitely lines. Like, I mean, with my transfer case, I was not doing the best. Definitely had to reverse back and do a couple lines again.
I unfortunately couldn't hear you. I was blasting my music.
Music blaster Jimbo.
there were 4 river crossings, and I think on one of them my boy was stacking some stones. And before you say anything, my other pal here, he might have been throwing some shade about the coil spring guy stacking rocks.
Coil spring Discovery owners apparently have to do rock things, making the path instead of just driving it. Really good rock placement. Yeah, good job. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's look at those rocks. Just one more. Yeah. How's that flex going for you there with the coils?
I have no issue with the flex. I think I was stacking stones because there was someone that didn't have a front end suspension.
Oh, he's helping his friend out.
Also, I don't have front wheel drive because of the transfer case, so I had to give my front wheels a ramp.
Okay, you're being a bit gentle. Mechanical sympathy.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
Like I've said before, years ago, I knew what was wrong, but I've just
let it ride,
let it fester, and let it get worse, and it's done.
Let's watch how that unfolded. Is pretty quick getting up and out of there, which was nice because we spent all day getting into
We've definitely modified the itinerary at this point.
Yeah.
Shane was cross a few things off.
Shane was hoping to come down
was,
Fossil Beach, which I believe is down. We'll talk about that at a later date.
Run the next segment. Segment interlude.
After our very eventful trip around the ring.
Yeah, you can see the whole trip here with all the events. You know, that's each one of these arrows is one of the little stories we just talked about.
So we got the winches.
Yeah.
What we got here?
That's where we went through the V-notch and almost kind of got a little sideways.
Yeah, I busted my door on that one.
Oops.
Ooh. What about this?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay, so we're off the map, and
we did our loop. We did our loop. We had our hamburgers, and we hamburgled our way to the top.
Yeah, and this dark route here, that's the main road. So we were going to start heading home.
But.
Well, not but. Well, yeah, but. What happened, you see there's a bunch of water up here, and I think...
It was a nice, misty, rainy drive back. We felt like we were in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But like in the time when the velociraptors are chasing you, so we were making haste.
We were making haste.
We were making haste.
We were making good time, but then we saw this kind of like watery area, and we wanted to put the rigs to the test.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I know what you're talking about now.
It's because I didn't show you that footage yet.
Yeah, we haven't got to that. So.
Oh, cool. I just held my arm out down by the wheel.
That was a fun little
detour.
We were a little detour. We were coming back, and I saw a little road that was flooded out, and it didn't look too bad. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's give it a try. Gonna jump in, Andy?
Yeah. Didn't want to risk it because the worst case scenario is I lose my air suspension to the bump stops in that deep stuff.
Absolutely.
So look, that's my choice.
No, I think it's a good choice.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a really firm base. You boys should be fine coming through.
Yeah.
So give it a try.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted you to know is we're kind of quite a bit off the grid, and I don't have any map data for this area, but let's check out how deep that was because it kind of surprised me.
It was a little more than I thought, but it was the perfect height. I thought it was good.
Sent Lady Reg first.
Yeah, I think.
Well, you have to send the person with 2 inches of extra lift before anyone else.
Send the guinea pig first.
Well, it's a good thing you had the snorkel, boys.
Hey, let's be honest. I'm the one that had the starter issue after all of this.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a cleansing.
This thing got flushed away. It was hilarious.
In the turmoil?
Yeah, it was on the ground. It was like, whoa, gosh, that was awesome.
I just got my shoes soaked from this fucking. Well, we got to turn around, I guess.
Yeah, do what you want.
Can you give me one windshield wipe?
glacial water from the start.
It was a fun little spot though, wasn't it? It's a little bit foggy, a little bit misty, really different to some of the scenery that we've seen for the rest of the day.
Yeah, this flooded area was really cool.
Oh, I couldn't hold it.
It kind of reminds you how nice it is sometimes to not be straight in the sunny bluebird days. You get the nice.
Just be willing to go.
You get the nice. There's ambiance, as they call it. You know.
I like what you're. We're gonna have every angle possible.
Slimecorp.
We had planned all of this stuff, and did you go to a new step or something?
No, I just said it. It was kind of like, you know, some verbal indication.
Okay, I love it. So we're off the map.
So we moved our way off the map.
There you go.
Okay.
Action.
So the cool thing here is all three of us have different suspension types. What's yours?
I moved to the coils after 8 years of ownership.
And this isn't totally accurate because you got the plus 2-inch lift.
I do have the plus 2 heavy duty lift, so I think it's supposed to give you like 2.2 inches of lift, really.
Sure. And
until it sags out, and then you get about 2.
And what's this? You've got some air strut spacers?
Yeah, I'm just running the factory air suspension with the 2-inch spacer between the air strut and the tower coil and limit straps as well.
Yeah, so that's what's letting him fit the big tires. And I'm on the stock air system. And so what's kind of cool about this whole trail is we can compare all our trucks and how they handle the same obstacles.
That's really true.
So we might roll a little bit of footage and look at some side-by-sides on some of these things.
Yeah, see what bounced more than others? I was bouncing around a lot on that hail trip.
Yeah.
I think you had a lot more bounce, but also you could kind of see the limitations of the flex. Those 2-inch coils were a little bit harder to compress than maybe over here with the air suspension, especially with Andy's.
The stock suspension, yeah, like I feel like it was almost a saver, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that coil's so hard, you know, unlike those airbags, you know, you're just going to burp an airbag.
You bounced a lot, but man, the thing that's nice is even though you were bouncing, at least you weren't dragging your whole undercarriage across the rocks.
And
so
you've had no issues. You haven't changed that strut since then.
Hey, I'm glad you mentioned that, actually. Let me talk about that, and then we'll close this segment. So look, coils, how was your day? One sentence.
One sentence. This was my first trip on the coils, so it's hard to say.
Right. And you didn't air down your tires.
I did not air down tires. I bounced around a lot, but it was also not the trail I was expecting coming down.
I noticed that you had more clearance than I did on some of the bigger drops. Now let's talk about you.
I had an awesome day.
Yeah, enough said, right?
Enough said, yeah.
Easy peasy when you have 37s.
Yeah, look, I've definitely got some maybe extra capability for clearing these obstacles, for sure. And I've done the trail a whole heap myself, so I'm really familiar with the terrain.
That's right. Thanks for leading us. And I'd say about my air suspension, you know, it's really mysterious, but we had those issues. I was so glad to use the gap tool to be able to kind of distribute the air and try to get a bit of height.
Tried to work it, yeah.
Yeah, that worked us down to the beach. We got back to the top, and by the time we were at the top, my suspension had just about leveled itself. And I got home, I pulled a fuse, I tested everything, no leaks. It's been driving fine ever since. So that's just kind of strange, you know.
And this is where my burping idea comes.
Well, maybe this is where it talks about that, you know, as much as maybe we think we understand these air systems, we really don't know exactly how they work. And so there's a few things that I took away from it to be more prepared for future trips for those of us that are fortunately or unfortunately not running coils like this boy.
There was a reason I got rid of the airbags, and when you're all the way down in Utah and Moab and you have to cut your trip short just because the valve block or the airbag messes up, not a happy day.
So look, 3 different types of suspension, all in the same truck, and I think you can see that we all made it down.
We're all passionate about which one we like the most as well, hey?
Yeah.
We're not all giving in.
It's
your favorite?
You know what? I don't pick favorites. I appreciate the differences.
Shane, what's your favorite?
Mate, I'm pretty happy with my setup.
Oh, the air strut spacer.
If I could trust the air suspension, I would definitely have kept it. But for doing true off-roading where you have to trust your vehicle, having an extra system that will likely fail, having to carry extra parts, extra tools to deal with those things, it's just not worth it to me. It's better just to have something simple and reliable.
Yeah, just bounce around. No big deal.
Yeah, like, I mean, you're going to bounce around anyway. It doesn't matter if you have an airbag or no airbag. You're going to be bouncing on the trail.
Here's what I'd say in closing is that this air system, you know, we modified it, put it into a test routine. Maybe next time I'll go ahead and take it out of the test routine like when we were on that beach because it might have aired right back up and I wouldn't have had to kind of make my way so slowly up the easy route. But, you know, every day's a new adventure.
So no.
Very true.
So the next
Here's
one.
to a few more
Okay,
adventures.
so the next one.
Well, we got one more scene.
Yeah. There's the 20K sign.
Oh, yeah.
So where Walmart here, and then the McDonald's here, and then the Starbucks there?
Maybe one day. But for now, let me tell you about what we all experience. Come on, gather in here. And right here, here we have the Four-Wheel Drive Association of British Columbia. Mm-hmm. They sponsor this rec site. And it's a really cool place to hang out. You should become a member, pay your dues, and go on trips to places like these. But there's two other things we wanted to go to. You were going to take us, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about what's this one up here.
This one is Sunrise Lake, which is another one of those BC-sponsored provincial parks.
Yeah.
Provincial, with outhouse and stuff, but it looks scenic. And the other one was Fossil Creek, which is a bit more of a technical trail. And I really wanted to try Lady Reg on that trail, see if I could snap a CV.
Yeah.
With all the fun we'd had, the itinerary was having to be cut short. And so those two are for a future adventure.
That's right. We'll go to both these spots.
next time.
Until next time.
In the next episode.
Till next time, hail.
Yeah, so here they are. Sunrise Lake, Fossil Beach, way down here. What I like about Fossil Beach is it's pretty tricky to get down. And of course, that's where we spent our day at the rec site.